Okay, I'd like to run you through a brief presentation about how this course is going to work. English 390, Business and Professional Communication. So first, a little bit about the structure of the course. It is online. Everything about this course will be online, although I will also have office hours and we can meet during that time. But you can contact me online by Facebook or FaceTime, Skype or phone or email, and we can arrange to meet away from my office hours, either online or face-to-face, if that's not convenient for you. It is scenario driven, and I've tried to make a scenario that will be very appropriate for your career planning, and I'll explain that in a second. Deadlines, most things are due on Sunday. So everything has a Sunday due date. Actually, the due date will say Monday, but it'll be 0 hours on Monday, so that's midnight Sunday. With the exception of things that are due the last week, because the last week the class ends on Thursday and then there's a final exam on Friday. Last day, we don't have an exam, but your final report will be due that Friday. So, there are 3 parts of the course, or 3 major components. The first is a scenario called Kellogg Executive Recruiting. I've created this fictional headhunting or executive recruiting company. A headhunter is a company that works with client companies to basically grab high-level executives from other companies. So it goes around the normal job search process and tries to find people who already have jobs and are already at pretty high levels and pull them out of their jobs into another job. I know people who've been recruited by headhunters, and I know people who've worked for headhunters. So it's a pretty interesting business. And you'll be doing several assignments for that company, like as though you're acting as an employee of that company. You're also going to be doing several assignments that are for you in your career. And I'm calling this Me Incorporated because I want you to think of yourself as a sort of company of one, of which you're the CEO, and to try to almost objectify your own career in such a way that you'll be able to plan your career to your greatest advantage. And then there will be some exercises and revisions of various types. So now I'm going to go into what all of these are. So starting with Kellogg Executive Recruitment, you'll write several things. You will write a memo to me, and that's already up. A memo to me is the head of Kellogg Executive Recruiting, basically saying, here's a company or here's an organization that I think we should work with, or we should try to make a client, and this is why, and this is what we can offer to them. Then you'll write a letter to the company from Kellogg Executive Recruiting in which you try to get them to become a client. You're essentially selling KER as their executive recruitment option. Then you're going to write a job description, hopefully for a mid or high level position, the kind of thing that you would want to get. So you will do a little work in terms of how job descriptions are written and write that up. And that involves some attention to how jobs are described online and in particular within the company. Then you're also going to reject somebody for that job. So somebody's applied for the job or tried to get that job, and you as the go-between, the staff member of Kellogg Executive Recruiting, are going to reject that person for that job. The Me Incorporated part of the class involves the sort of things that everybody does in English 390. These include a resume, so you'll be developing a resume, both a print resume and an online resume. For the online resume, you're going to use LinkedIn, which is a kind of professional social network. If you're not already on LinkedIn, you'll have to develop a LinkedIn account, and I have a video for how to do a really good LinkedIn profile. I want you to connect with me and my profile to start your professional LinkedIn network. You will write a cover letter to a company that you would like to apply for, whether it's now or later. And you will write a personal business plan in which you are basically planning out how you are going to become the best professional you can be over the next, well, you'll pick the timeline, 2 or 3 or 5 years. What you will need to do, how you will need to do it, how long it will take, what steps you will take. And you will also, in addition to writing up this business plan, you will put it together in terms of a presentation like a PowerPoint or a slideshow and narrate that. The business plan and the presentation are the final report for this class. Instead of doing a lot of stuff about grammar and that sort of thing, we'll have a series of exercises which will be basically revisions of documents that I will provide, and you will revise them towards specific ends. You will revise one document to make its tone more appropriate, and I have a video about how business writing tone works. You will revise another document to make it unbiased. You will revise another document to make it concise. And you will revise another document to eliminate cliché. So that's the course in a nutshell. The two major parts, Kellogg Executive Recruitment and Me Incorporated, add up to 20% of your grade. I mean, they're 40% each, excuse me. 40% Kellogg Executive Recruitment, 40% Me Incorporated, and then 20% for the various exercises. So let me know if you have any questions about this, and good luck in the class. Thank you.